Welcome to the Crazy Happy Podcast. Thank you for jumping in for your dose of crazy happiness and a quick hit of positivity. Welcome to episode 19. I'm your host, Tanya Vetter of TanyaVetter.com. Today's show is brought to you by Women Empowerment Training Institute, empowering women and youth through engagement and exposure. Welcome, guys. I know I say always excited, but today, I was eager to chat with you today about today's topic. Now, by the time you hear this, we will be well into a Thursday, but I went to an awesome event on Wednesday, and this is interesting because normally we've always heard of celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, right? We've celebrated his birthday. We've celebrated with Black History Month as well. But tonight, which will be your Thursday and my Wednesday, I went to an event where they celebrated the death of Martin Luther King, and that was interesting to me. But it was fascinating. It was fantastic. It was inspirational, and it totally inspired today's topic. And so today's topic is have the audacity. Say what? Yes. I want you to have the audacity. One of the things I took away from tonight was that regardless of what race you are, I am, we are, each of us has a responsibility to give the gift of doing our best, using our talents. We have an obligation, and that's what it made me realize. History makers were there. You had people who actually worked with him, and I was honored because my debate coach also worked with Dr. Martin Luther King on his speaking ability, as well as Barbara Jordan. And my debate coach is still alive today. His name is Dr. Thomas F. Freeman, almost 90 years old. But then you also had two other gentlemen who were actually in the trenches and working with Dr. King. And to be able to hear these stories firsthand was just really historical for me, and it will be memorable. But what I walked away with was that each of us has a responsibility to use the gift that we have, our talents. We have an obligation, and it reminded me of something Les Brown shared. He said, someone said, God's gift to us is life, and ours to God is what we do with it. I'm going to say that again. Someone said that God's gift to us is life, and our gift to him is what we do with it. And that pretty much sums it up for me. But here's what I want you to do. When I say have audacity, to have audacity means that you're going to do, and you're committed and willing to do what you didn't even know you were capable of. So have the audacity to do what hasn't been possibly taught to you, what you haven't explored. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go to that hidden potential, that area that you're excited about, but you're so terrified of. That's the place. That one right there. That is the gift I'm talking about. I want you to have the audacity to pursue that thing right there. And here's the thing. Some people say, well, everybody's already done this, or it's already been done, right? We hear that. But here's my challenge. It hasn't been done by you. I'm going to say that again. We hear ideas come up all the time. And when you ask somebody why they did not pursue an idea, they always say, because everyone else is doing. But here's the thing. It has not been done by you. And so, number one, when you're having the audacity, I want you to believe what you don't understand. And this is key. because we feel like we have to understand every aspect and component of an idea before we act on it. And so, number one, believe what you don't understand so that you can be who you were born to be. Number two, when the vision or the idea comes to you, my friend, accept it. You don't have to understand it to accept it. Just accept it. And that's what alignment is about. That's the beauty of alignment. Alignment is saying, since I'm moving with the power and I'm moving through the power of source, universe, God, since he's operating within me, I don't have to understand it or have all the answers because he will provide them for me. So stop worrying about how, because worrying about how is usually what trips us up and what stops us. So number one, believe what you don't understand. Number two, when the vision and the idea comes, accept it. You don't have to understand it to accept it. So stop worrying about how. Number three, the only requirement is that you are willing to be used. Make yourself available. That's it. How do I make myself available? Easy. So, I would really like to explore this. I'm willing to explore this. God, universe, source. And I like to say source because source in all covers everything. So whatever you refer to that infinite being as, when I say source, it covers the ground of it. So when I say that, it can hit home to wherever you are. Say source, I'm willing and I'm available to be used for this idea that you have brought to me. Now here's one thing. Fear is going to kick in. The naysayers in your own mind will start to think about, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? But here's the thing. Fear blocks your availability. You cannot be available and fearful at the same time. One takes precedence, okay? You cannot be fearful and available at the same time. Also, doubtful. You can't have doubt and be available at the same time. You've got to choose one. If you're going to be available, then you're going to have to convert that doubt and that fear into fuel. I'm going to say that again. When you do it afraid, when you become available and make a conscious decision that this is what I want to do because this is what I was created to do because this is who I was created to be, then you're going to have to convert that fear and that doubt into fuel. And that takes being available and creativity and having an open mind. Number four, stop being afraid of what you were not told and don't know. My friend, we think we always have to know the pieces to the puzzles. We are afraid that not knowing is a problem. And I love what Deepak says. He says that we don't have what we want and we're not where we want to be because of what we don't know. It's because of what we do know. What did he mean by that? He meant that everything that we already know usually is the decision maker when it comes to what we think will happen, how we think things will turn out. It's the past. We look and we refer to what happened in the past. And so what we already know sometimes is a block. So I say, go into the mind of understanding that it's a good thing that you don't know and you were not told certain things. Because that will be the beauty of your story. That part right there will be the part that someone else will need. So don't worry about what if. Just be available and change will take place. The last thing is make yourself available because your best self is waiting on your permission. No one else has stopped us. No one else has stopped us. And that's a beautiful thing because guess what? If it's no one else who's doing it, then we can control whose responsibility it is, which is ours. I want to encourage you, have the audacity to be light, be love, be you.